So today we would like to show you our experimental, how to show the experiments on solid liquid extractor. This is actually the company's name, the QBF teaching system. Actually, for to show you how the extraction experiment is carried on. So in the laboratory, maybe you have another type you will do for analytical purpose, another type of extractor that is called subsolute extractor. So now today we will show you only how to working principle of extractor solid liquid. As you know, in chemical process industry, there are a lot of multi-phase separation operations are carrying on. Earlier I have showed you the distillation process, that is how to separate liquid in mixture. But in extractor, here in distillation process you might recall that we have to use the applying heat, meaning that boiling point temperature. Using boiling point temperature we will separate the two liquid mixture in distillation. But in extractor, actually here we will use one solvent. Using that solvent, we will take that solvent will go through the fixed bed of solid, then it will take the extract solute, meaning that by using solvent we will remove solute. So that is why it is called solid liquid extractor. Based on phase, extractor also can be liquid extractor. Maybe just for your information, this is another unit that is the liquid extractor. But we will not do that. We will mainly focus on solid liquid extraction. Another type of extraction can be gas liquid extraction. So solid liquid extraction, in other words, it is called leaching process also. Leaching. If gas liquid extraction, that is called absorption. That is another unit. However, in this unit, we will use as a solvent. This is our solvent, Hexane. You know, in the extraction process, we have to use solvent. Commonly uses hexane. Other type of solvent also uses like propanol and others. Ethanol. So here we will use hexane because it is very good solvent. And as a solid phase, we will use the soya. You can show me the packet. So that is Mr. Rajesh has purchased the soya from the market itself. Just show them how it looks to the screen. This is the pure soya, solid fish soya. So now he will put the extractor chamber. Yeah, Rajesh, please put that soya on that chamber. He's adding this soya on the extractor chamber, that is calling extraction chamber. Okay, then we will close that. Okay. Good. We cover it and close that chamber. Okay. Mr. Zoom, please come here. So at the beginning, as I told, that as a solvent, here we will use solid liquid extraction, meaning that we will take the extract from the solids, meaning that we have to pass this our solvent through these are the lines I will explain you, and it will go through this chamber and it will take the extract from it. At the beginning, so please come here. Mr. Rajesh already switched it. These are the bottom. This is calling the reboiler. By heating, these are the electrical coil. Electrical coil is there. So he already switched on the system. Now it is in on condition, meaning that heat is there. So this is the voltage. Volt shows around 200 volts of that heating elements, heating coil. This is very important things. Here we can control the volts, because if you need higher temperature, you can increase. If you need lower, it depends which solvent you are using. Now, since as I told that we are using here hexane as a solvent, so hexane boiling point, please come here. Hexane boiling point temperature around 68.4. So meaning that we have to, our temperature must be around above than 68 plus minus. So as you know, that is the boiling point temperature of hexane. So if when the temperature reaches more than 68, so the hexane will start to evaporate. Initially it will be as a liquid condition. Now since the temperature it shows around 60 plus 60, so it above than 60 more than 60 boiling point temperature. So that is why hexane start to evaporate. So this is the vapor phase of hexane. So hexane vapor goes to up. That is the top. That is the condenser, because this is liquid hexane. We apply heat, liquid convert to vapor. Now again vapor we have to conduct it to liquid phase, because solid it has to pass, liquid has to be passed to the solid phase. So vapor of hexane goes up. Make sure before entering this experiment, before starting to this experiment, water circulation must be there. Water line is here. Make sure, So make sure see this is the water line. So water, this is actually the cooling water. This is to cool down the same like the distillation unit, to cool down the vapor phase of hexane. This is the top, that is the condenser. Please show them the condenser on the top. Okay. So at the beginning of the experiment, you have to, because the hexane temperature for in extraction experiment, temperature, pressure, and flow, that is very important. These are the process variables of extraction. So now the temperature by using this is we know what is the temperature of reboiler. On the top there is a thermometer is there on the top. Someone has to climb it up and take the reading. For example, Mr. Rajesh is climbing up now, and please tell us the temperature. Yes, by using the thermometer you have to note it down the temperature, initial temperature. So after that, now simply hexane is evaporating. Now through the condenser it is vapor phase converted to liquid. Then liquid pass through the liquid cooler also. You have to again cool it down. This is called cooler, meaning that water also through the tube is circulating. So through that cooler, this is actually this is hexane and this is also hexane liquid phase. This is hexane liquid phase, but here hexane in vapor phase. Vapor turn it to liquid again, and it is again circulating, go back here. Now it is only circulating, but our objective to know the extraction process, meaning that this vapor hexane solvent has to be passed through the liquid, through the solid phase. So after that, you have to close. Please come here. you have to close this valve. Yeah, yeah, Rajesh, please show. Yeah, close this valve. After closing this valve, now hexane, this is the hexane, goes through that this one, and it goes to that chamber. This flow meter is the flow reading of the hexane solvent is very important. As per as the design these things, since we are using the hexane also, the flow rate of hexane must be 500 ml per minute. 500 ml per minute. But since our flow meter is, please come here. Since our flow meter is only here shows 100 ml. So accordingly, so if 500 ml per minute, so 100 ml should be divided by 5, so around 10 to 12 seconds. You have to adjust the flow rate. You have to adjust. This is very important. Now question is how you will adjust the flow rate. Again, if you see, again you have to adjust the flow rate by controlling this one, by controlling the heat. If flow rate you see the 100 ml per more than 10 seconds, let's say for example 20 seconds or 25 seconds, then you have to reduce the heat. So that it will, meaning that you have to adjust the flow rate to be constant. This is very important parameters for doing the extraction. So you adjust, let's say you adjust, as I told that you have to adjust through the controller. So now you this thing is closed. So now hexane goes through that line to that chamber, and now you can show the hexane from the top drop. You can climb it as though you can climb and show the student. Drop, the hexane drop passes through the solid. Through the solid content. Show that is the drop. Yes, from there. This is actually hexane. Yes, this chamber. See that drop from the top. The hexane. Now it becomes contact with the solid phase of the soya, and from the bottom, show the bottom, that is the effluent, that is very important, this one. This is actually the extract already, because the hexane extract the soya and it goes through that line, you come through a line, now he is here. Now, this is the initial point, so you have to take the when you start now, you have to take the sample. You can come. Okay. Now you have to take sample from here. This is V3, right? Point V3. V3 point. You have to take sample. You have to make. Please come. Yeah, with bigger. Maybe you can take sample 30 ml, 40 ml, 50 ml. Actually, we have to take the sample. We have to know. Okay. How much you want to take? 40, eh? Let's say 40 ml. You can show, yeah. You take the 40 ml sample of, this is the effluent extract. You show, yeah. Take the sample. You have to close that one. You talk, yeah. Okay. This is the sample we are taking effluent, meaning that extract. Okay, this is 40 ml, and at the same time you have to take sample using another beaker from here. This is actually from the reboiler, that is V2, point V2. Okay. Make sure that both volume should be same volume. For example, you take from that 30 or 40 ml, 40, I think he take 40 ml. So 40 ml from here effluent and 40 ml from the reboiler point. And you have to go to see the weight. This is by using weighing balance. For example, this one is V3, V2. This V2 is from the reboiler, V3 is from the effluent, meaning that we extract. So you have to wait. Before that, empty beaker you have to take the wet, and now with this, so the empty with the water with the effluent minus the empty one, so you can know the weight of the extract. So same thing every time for the reboiler one also, by weighing balance you will take the weight. So again same thing, please, yeah, you take it out, yeah, same process by using this table. Yeah. So, see, in your manual, I have already given that this type of table. There is a time. So, just now, as Mr. Rajesh showed you the zero initial value. Then, immediate after 2 minutes, you have to take the same procedure from here, taking the effluent sample, and from here the reboiler sample. After 2 minutes, initial 10 minutes, first 10 minutes. In every 2 minutes, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 5 times you have to take for every 2 minutes interval. So after 10 minutes, then 5 minutes interval, meaning that 10 minute, 15, 20, 25, 30. You have to take sample from effluent and from the reboiler also. Then when past the after 30 minutes, then in every 15 minutes, meaning 45, 60, like that, 60. Then after passes the 60 minutes, then in every half an hour, meaning 60, 90, 120 minutes. Actually the total experiment here is 2 hours. So objective is that you have to take sample from these two points. One is from V3, another one is V2. After taking the sample, you have to go through the weighing balance, take the weight. So when you take the weight, then you have to calculate the density. That is the very important. You have to calculate the density. So you have now the weight, you have the volume also. So you can calculate the density. Density equal to m by v. So now another, after each time when you feed, this is actually the experimental data that take from the 2 different points, from the effluent and the reboiler, take the sample of each minute until 2 hours. Then take the weight. This is the experimental. Then when you do the analysis, you have to calculate the density of effluent. After getting the density of effluent, you have to, because our objective to conduct this experiment, to know the composition, molar composition of effluent, meaning kg solute, like that. So let me show. This one we have to calculate composition, meaning kg solute over kg solvent. So that is why we have to calculate the density of, this is the density of effluent. Now how to calculate this one composition? That one is well known formula, that is x equal to 1 over, this is the formula, 1 minus rho over rho s divided by rho over rho 0 minus 1. This is the x value. Now what is rho s and rho 0? Rho, that is the density of effluent, just now whatever your experimental value from here, rho. The rho s, that is the density of hexane. Density of hexane, that is, you can use the reference book. Now question is density of hexane, because our temperature is accordingly, what is the temperature? Your initial temperature, based on that you have to, because you know the temperature density also vary. For example, your temperature, for example, 69. 69.5. In your reference book, you got density at 70 and density at 68. So by using interpolation, you get the density of hexane at that temperature. Very important, huh? Student? That initial temperature, at that temperature, what is the value of density? That density you will denote as a rho S. Rho, as I told, rho, that is the density experimental value you calculated. Rho S, that is the density of hexane at the experimental degree temperature, and another value you have to know, the rho O, the density of soya. Density of soya, by using reference also, that is, you know that density of soya, that is 753 kg per meter cube. So that is constant. So now see here, to find out the composition, the formula I have already given, that 1 minus rho over rho S divided by rho over rho O minus 1. So rho, that is the experimental value, rho S, density of hexane, and rho O, that rho 0, that is actually the density of soya, which one is fixed, that is 753 kg per meter cube. So after that, when you got the composition, then you plot the graph and do the analysis. That is actually the things we want to show you, these things. So after completion of the experiment, as I told, that extraction process, flow is very important. So flow meter, you have taken the reading, and initial temperature also you have to take, and based on that, at that temperature, by using the reference, you get the density, and the density of soya you already know. And after completion of the experiment, then you have to take the final temperature. But final temperature of that here, and final temperature of hexane, and final volume also, final volume of hexane, because initially volume of hexane it was around 30 liter. 30 liter Mr. Rajesh already put it here, but since we are taking some 10 ml, some portion of that, so definitely it will be less than 30 liter. So immediately on that day you cannot take that reading because it is hot. Maybe you have to come back the next day. Next day you have to take the sample of hexane, and you have to take the weight of, initially it was 1 kg of soya. After that, because it has been solute has been extracted, so the weight of soya will be less than 1 kg. So because immediately after completion you can get these two readings. You have to come back for next day and take these two readings, final volume of hexane and final weight of the solid. So this is the things I wanted to inform you. So mainly, as I told, that you have to get the experimental data from these 2 points, get the weight value and calculate the density. After getting the density, that formula, which one I have already given to you, that is, you have to calculate the x value, x equal to 1 minus rho over rho S divided by rho over rho O minus 1. So for each cases, for each densities, you have to calculate the composition. So that's all for today. Mr. Rajesh, please come here. So that's all, students, we wanted to tell you. So would you like to say anything? Yeah. Okay, goodbye.
Cut.